video is to give you a bit of information about being a session leader. Thanks for putting your name on the roster and for volunteering your time. When we got feedback after the last program, the most important thing that the people identified was session leaders. So don't underestimate the value of giving your time and you being here for the Start to Run people.
The app that we use is from Zenlabs and can be found on the iTunes App Store. It's based on the Couch to 5 program and it's really simple to use. You'll see here, once it's downloaded, each week and each session is already pre-entered into the app, and it's just a matter of simply finding the week and the day that we're up to, clicking on that session and then hitting start.
Welcome to C25K by Zenlabs. In your warm-up now.
The app does the rest for you, and it's really easy to keep track of and know when you're changing between your running and your walking sessions.
When you download the Zenlabs Couch to 5 app, make sure that you choose the free one. And if you want an overview of the Start to Run program, there's a link on our website under training that shows you each session week by week, so you know what to expect.
Each session has 2 session leaders, one to stay with the main group and one to stay at the back of the pack. You need to be in contact with that person when you arrive to make sure that you work out who's going to do which role.
For each session, you'll need to bring your phone with the app, a sign-in sheet that can be downloaded from the files section of the members' Facebook group, a pen and a whistle.
As a session leader, one of the first things that we ask you to do is a pre-run brief and welcome everyone to the Start to Run session. People starting to run can generally be nervous. We tend to look out for first timers, so please make sure that you ask if there's any of those turning up for the first time. You're going to give the people in the group an idea of which part of the program we're doing, so whether it's week 2, day 2, and what that will involve, so how much running, walking is involved. And you also need to explain the route, so if it's the park run route, how far we'll be going out, coming back, where the toilets are, and just explain about the fact that you've got fun. The most important thing is to make people feel welcome.
For our Start to Run group, it's really important that each week or each session has 2 leaders. If you can't make a session, if you could please let someone on the committee know as soon as possible so that we can fill that spot, it's really important. We need to make sure that all of our sessions are filled each week so that we can commit to having a Start to Run group.
As the intervals get longer, you'll notice the group starts to spread out a bit. The way that you manage this is with the turnaround technique. To do this, you'll need a whistle. You let the group know that during the running section, they should run at their own pace, and that when it's time to walk, you'll blow the whistle. And during that walking time, everyone in the front turns around and walks back to meet the main group, who continues the walk, and then they're ready to go again once it's time to run. Here's an example of what the turnaround looks like. Once you're out on the track and running intervals of 8 minutes, the distance between people can be quite significant. So using the turnaround process and your whistle is a great way to manage the group.
So you may find some participants will feel a bit sore while undertaking the program, but they may come across some minor injuries. It's important to note that any advice you give them is runner to runner, and to always seek out professional advice.
One of the things about the Start to Run group is that everyone runs for different reasons, everyone has different motivations. If you think back to the first time that you went out running, maybe the first time that you ran a 5K, what a momentous thing that is, and how hard that effort is sometimes to get out the door, and how hard those first few runs feel. So as a session leader, you really need to take that into consideration. Remember that not everyone is trying to increase their speed. Not everyone wants to go above 5Ks. Not everyone wants to run a race. Maybe they're doing it for weight loss, maybe they're doing it for depression, maybe they're doing it just to get out and be more involved in the community or for social reasons.
You may have people that turn up with a pram. Running with a pram is different, so we have a link to our website which has some information available to you to look up to see what you need to do to run with the pram.
We say thank you again for taking the time to watch this video and for volunteering your time as a Start to Run leader. You guys are so important to the club. Our Start to Run program has really taken off since last time. We've had massive numbers of inquiries. So this is going to be a big thing for us and for the club, and you guys are going to be